Trevor Lawrence, the only guy from the 2021 draft class, first round at the quarterback position, that has done anything. Has he done enough to eclipse Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, Patrick Mahomes? No, but he's done enough to get a second contract. Here he is from earlier this week talking about the status of his talks on a new potential contract with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely been some conversations. As far as where that's at now, it's not really my focus. I'd love to obviously be a Jag. So for as long as possible, we love it here, and I love where we're headed as an organization, and feel like I'm just getting better every year, and my best ball is definitely ahead of me. So from that standpoint, obviously, yeah, that would be great. But like you said, it's going into my fourth year. It's not like this is necessarily going to be my last season. There's a lot that could happen. So not really my focus right now. At the end of the day, my job isn't going to change whether I get extended or not before this season. My job is to go win games and to be the best I can be for this team so we can have a chance to win a Super Bowl.
He's trying to strike that balance between the definition of team. The sport is about trying to win as many games as possible, but it's also about, at some point, getting the financial security that he has earned. He's eligible for a second contract. But, with him, I wouldn't mind waiting a year. If you have full faith and confidence in your ability to reach a higher level and get top of the market. See, he's got a chance.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a strong chance,
but I hear
he's got a chance to dramatically boost his earning potential if he waits a year.
Yeah, I think it is a totally different situation. I think you're exactly right about that, right? This is one where, hey, but he hasn't blown it out of the water where we're just like, this is Joe Burrow or Justin Herbert, like you said a minute ago, where it's like, they're awesome. Pay them. There's nothing more to do here, right? We know he's starting quarterback, franchise quarterback type of guy. But where is he in that, that pantheon of quarterbacks right now? That's debatable. And I think that's, fair. The first year and a half, we're not very good. We know that. End of year two, last half of year two, it turned around. Year three was a little bit, up and down and all over the place, right? Still a lot of good. We see talent in him as far as size, arm power, and athleticism that we know is rare. Right? So that's the big thing. And yeah, with him, I'm sure the Jaguars with him would probably be like, hey, let's do a deal right now. Let's do it. You're right. But he knows, and he has shown us too, he does have the ability to do special things and do things where you go, whoa, that was a throw and a play right there that, only the top guys in the sport can make. And I would think that he and his camp want to have a full year of showing that here, where, yes, then they can inject themselves into the $50 million a year type of conversation, right? And I feel like that's where this will go with the Jaguars more than let's try to get this done right now.
Answer this question without giving it any thought.
Okay.
I can't even get it out. Give it no thought whatsoever. How old is Trevor Lawrence?
Oh,
boom.
26?
He's 24.
Oh.
He's 24.
Right. That says
He's not
a lot.
even 25 yet.
Right.
So that says two things to me. First of all, every time I see him with the long hair, I wonder how long in his life the long hair will last. Probably by the time he's 30, that's when it's like, probably a little too old for the long hair. But he's only 24. Let your hair grow. Let your flag fly. But one of these quarterbacks, and I'm not saying it will be him, and Jaguars fans, don't get upset with me. You're already upset because every once in a while I mention London as the inevitable destination if you don't give the Jaguars what they want. I apologize for stating facts. But one of these guys, and I don't think he's going to wear it on his sleeve, but one of these guys is just going to say, no thanks, no thanks, no thanks. 4-year contract, expired, 5th-year option, satisfied. 1 year of the franchise tag, I'm fine with that. 2nd year of the franchise tag, okay. And then unrestricted free agency, because no one is going to do the 44% bump over the 20% bump over the franchise tag. It becomes astronomical, gets out of control quickly. Here's Trevor Lawrence at age 24 with 3 years in. Let me do the math here. He'll be 25 with 4 years in, 26 with 5 years in, 27 with 6 years in. He would be 28 years old, front end of his prime, unrestricted free agent. If he chooses to say, I'm just not going to accept whatever they give me, and I'll go through the motions, we'll do the negotiations, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to say yes. I'm not going to say yes. I'm not going to say yes. One of these days, just like I'm saying, one of these days there's going to be a Caleb Williams, a top pick, who says, I'm not going to your team. There's going to be, and I used to think Baker Mayfield might be the one to do it in Cleveland, but that never played out that way because his career fell off for reasons I think that in large part weren't due to him. There's going to be a top quarterback who, thinks I could make more money, I could be more successful, I could have a higher profile if I leave the place where I've spent 7 years. It's kind of that NBA mindset. I'm going to finish my contract, and I'm just going to leave. I'm going to go wherever I want to go. Quarterback is the position to do it. And yes, it takes 7 years, but Trevor Lawrence would be 28. You got to think of it that way. Still have 10 years at least left to go wherever he wants to go. And I think that's why I'm not saying he's thinking about that. But when you understand how it works, you have an inner calm. I'll be fine. How's it going to work out? I'm not going to worry about it. I will ultimately be fine here or somewhere else. And maybe along the way, I'll decide I want to go somewhere else.
Yeah, I listen, I don't doubt you that day is coming. I don't, right? I think players are more fearless that way than ever before, right? Now, we talk about it a lot of the times, hey, quarterbacks and that guy is usually, hey, I want to go here. I want to show you I could turn this organization around. I'm going to show you, right, that I love this sport. I'm this guy for this place and all of that. They usually are that type or wired that way to where they want to pull that organization, out of the slumps or, the slum dog area of the NFL. But I think business-wise and popularity and own branding and all that, I think it's happening within the next 5-10 years for sure. I don't think you're totally crazy with that thought.
I'm not going to name names, but I know for a fact in the past few years there have been some who have thought about it. That scenario of I'm just going to check every box, 4 years, 5th year, franchise tag, see you later. And I'm not saying Jacksonville, I'm not saying he's going to do it. I'm not saying he should do it. I'm just saying one of these years it's going to happen. And I think that's why when he talks about it, he projects a calm and an acceptance. Because at the end of the day, he's going to be fine. And he's going to get his money.
That's right.
And
he's
it's
talented
going to be in Jacksonville.
He knows that. Right.
At age 28, it'll be somewhere else.
Yeah. No, I think, you're saying it right. I think, hey, one, the organization likes him and loves him and wants him to be the guy. He's, been kind of a beacon of great quarterback play in that region of the country for a long, long time. So it makes sense there. And then so he wants to be there. And I think to your point there, he also has been around the league to know now, like, wait. I'm as talented as everybody in the league for the most part. Maybe not Mahomes or Josh Allen, right? But he's been on the field to go, wait, I could throw the ball with the best of them. I can move really damn well. I mean, we watched him give the Chiefs a scare in a divisional round and make big plays and big throws on the road in that game. So that's where I think his confidence and calm comes as well, and knowing that, who he is as a person and player is above, most of the NFL at that position.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.